Welcome to the Finance Podcast. The topic of this episode, structured investment solutions, how products across asset classes are brought into the market, by GENTWO's assetization platform by Pablo Jodar from GENTWO AG.
Hello, good morning everyone. Thanks for joining us for this session. My name is Pablo Jodar. I work in the sales department at GENTWO, and today I will explain you what GENTWO does, what is assetization, and how financial intermediaries are using our proprietary platform GENTWO Pro to issue their own notes and make any asset bankable via an ISIN and via security. So before starting, does anyone know what assetization means here? No one have heard about this concept before? Yeah, you have the book now, but before reading the book? Okay, so assetization means making any type of asset, can be liquid or illiquid, into a bankable security. It's a broader concept than tokenization. It's like a wrapper where you can put anything, right? So it's like a container. We always make this comparison with containers where you can put any type of product and transport it. So the same for the financial industry. So as GENTWO, we are specialized in structuring any type of strategy, and we cover all the asset classes across the investment universe. So we can turn any private strategy into a bankable security, obviously public status products, equity, commodities, but also digital assets as well. So our value proposition is that any asset manager, bank, or financial intermediary can offer their clients an easy way to access any of these assets that before it was not doable. And we are talking about a business opportunity of 78 trillion USD. So it is a way to make all these 78 trillion bankable into a security. Just to tap in on the products that GENTWO currently covers, we are mainly focused on 3, AMCs, CLN, and trackers. We can also do tokenization, but for the moment we are more focused on the traditional securities because tokenization, the concept is great. It brings a lot of advantages, but we see that the market is not yet ready to massively adopt tokens. Regarding the first product, the AMC, this is our flagship product. It's a fund-like instrument. It allows you to put, as I said before, any asset and trade it as a fund, basically. All these products have the NAV that GENTWO will report on a daily, monthly, weekly as our client decides to report the NAV. Then we also do CLNs. Our clients mainly use CLNs for the securitization of loans. So typical case is an asset manager wants to offer their investors a real estate opportunity. So in order to raise the funding, the issuer of the notes signs a loan agreement with the borrower, that is the real estate developer, and then investors gets into the CNN and receive a coupon. And then the last one is the tracker certificate. This is mainly for equity investment into single underlyings. So another use case here is, for instance, private companies that want to raise funds from investors. Basically what we do is we put the private shares into a wrapper, into a tracker with an ISIN, so it is investable from any bank or broker around the globe. And this is quite interesting. We saw a lot of traction in the last year because at the end, what I always tell my clients as prospects, building a tracker certificate on your private shares is like doing a soft IPO because you don't need all the regulatory process and work that an IPO will take. Obviously, there are other differences, but in a nutshell, the concept is that these shares will be investable from any investor around the globe. Just going into the legal setup, how we structure all of this. So basically what we do is for each of our clients, we create a company, a PCC, that will be their issuer. And this PCC protected cell company that is set up in Guernsey will then issue all the different products. And every product is a individual compartments, so assets are completely segregation from one compartment to the other. Why Gen2 is different from other providers like banks is that, again, we create, and this is important, an issuer per each of our client, and this issuer is not consolidated under Gen2's balance sheet or our client's balance sheet. This is a remote structure or orphan structure, if you wish. So in case, for instance, Gen2 tomorrow disappears or the manager of the product disappears, the product will remain alive. And this is something that before what happened last year that we all know with Credit Suisse here in Switzerland and regional banks in the US was something that managers were not really taking into consideration. But now this counterparty or issuer risk is something that everyone is looking at. On the investor side, basically, the investor can purchase the certificate from the bank. So the investor will handle the term sheet that we create at Gen2, and then the bank will settle DBP with the paying agent of the note. So it's quite straightforward. Obviously, we work as an open architecture. So if you are doing, for instance, an AMC on liquid or bankable assets, so let's say US equities, you can decide the broker and custodian, and we will open the account for the certificate for you. Regarding what we do, we have here in the center Gen2 Pro. This is our digital platform. So everything is managed through this platform. We keep investing every day on this, and all our efforts are here because what we want to offer our clients is a really frictionless way to issue these products. So everything is managed digitally. We try to avoid emails. If we can, obviously, for some products, especially in private markets, we still need lawyers and emails, but we try to keep everything on this platform. As I said before, what Gen2 basically covers is all the administrative or boring work related to the issuance of the notes. So basically, we incorporate the issuer for you. We open the account with the paying agent, with the brokers, with the custodians. We obviously create the term sheet. We manage the lifecycle management of the product. So we update the NAV. We review also all the contracts. So everything is done by Gen2. Our clients just need to focus on executing the right investment strategy and bringing the investors into the product. Another good thing about the securities is that you can register them in Bloomberg. So that's actually something that our clients demand a lot. All our products are cleared by SIXs by default, but we can also do a technical listing in the Vienna Stock Exchange. Retail distribution is enabled only for Switzerland. Elsewhere it's only for professional investors. And you can have an unlimited number of investors. And of course, once you have your platform, your issuer, you can issue an unlimited number of products as well. Regarding our business, we have clients all around the world. Obviously, Switzerland is our biggest market, but now we are expanding into other jurisdictions like the UK and United States. In LATAM especially, we are growing quite a bit. We see a lot of demand of securitization or assetization there. And in terms of numbers, as you can see, we were born in 2018. Since then, it's been a quite successful journey. We reached recently 3.7 billion assets under service. We work with around 300 now clients, and we have issued more than 1,400 products. Which is interesting is that here on the right side of the slide, you can see the breakdown on by asset classes. So you can see now that the private products are almost same as public, whereas before we used to have more and more public products. So that's why we see assetization as a way for managers to bring those private assets that before were not accessible into the market. Regarding the product breakdown, still, as I said before, AMC is our flagship product, is the most popular among our clients. But tracker certificate is also taking some part of it now. Then on clients and partners, again, here in Switzerland, we are working with the biggest banks now. Some of them are not here because of confidential clauses, but we have partners like Swissquote, EFG, Amina, Clarus, Interactive Brokers, CIC, and many more. And they are all using our platform to issue their products and deploy their investment strategies into the market. Good. Here we have another snapshot from our platform. I think it looks quite nice now after some improvements from the team. They did a great job, actually. So here, just to quickly show you have here, for instance, all the products that you as a platform advisor have launched under your SPV. You can see the historical NAV, number of certificates. Obviously, here you can download the term sheet. You see, for instance, this is an AMC, so you can see if it pays a coupon, if not, and so on and so forth. And also from our platform, you can manage all the workflows in and out the product, and this is important. All our products are private placement, so it means that you as a product manager, as a manager of the platform, will be able to accept and reject any orders coming into the product. So anytime there is a new subscription or redemption, you will receive a notification via our platform that says, UBS, Julius Baer wants to redeem X units into this certificate, and then you have the possibility to accept or reject the order. So you have full control from A to Z into the product. I always like to say that we are like Amazon, so we provide our clients with the full visibility and control from the issuance to then the execution of the strategy. Cool. So just to finalize with the presentation here, we have different examples of products that we have already launched for our clients. I think it's a little bit small, but just to give you some examples, for instance, we have launched AMCs on whiskey collections. We have launched AMCs on classic cars. So that's these are some examples that we can do anything. And yes, Asset Trust, this is our big event that we do in Zurich. Actually, it's the 24th of May, if I'm not mistaken. No, 29th, sorry, of May. And here we just bring any financial intermediary, client, partner that basically wants to learn more about what's going on in the market, and it's for us a way to put everyone into the same place and generate synergies among each other. So that's all on my side. Thanks a lot for coming to the session. Now we'll open up for questions. If you have any questions, happy to answer. Any questions? No questions? Oh, then I did a good job.
How would you onboard the client, the fee? Sorry, my name is Hayel. Just for example, how you onboard the client, the fees, do you have? Can you share that?
Yeah. So first of all, yeah, we will onboard. We will do the due diligence on our client to onboard them, and that's the normal KYC, AML checks. And after that, when you go into our platform, you have a button to request a new product, and there you get asked all the questions that we need in order to create a term sheet, and one of these sections is the fees. So you can put any type of fees you want: performance, management, administration, subscription, distribution. You can place it there. For instance, for the distribution, you can, in every order, select if you want to put a distribution fee or not, because we have clients that sometimes they work with distributors for the product, but other orders come from individuals that come directly to them. So you can select when you want to apply this distribution or not, and the distribution fee is paid to you immediately. So as soon as the order comes in, then the distribution fee can be paid out to you.
And your fees structure?
What is our fees? The pricing, you mean? So basically, we charge a setup fee for the SPV that is fixed at the beginning, and then we charge a running fee on the SPV. annual running fee, and then per each compartment, per each cell, we also charge a fixed fee.
Okay. Pablo, maybe I have a question for you, since you've been with us for like, what, 2.5 years, 3 years now. So like when you meet clients or prospects, what are the typical kind of questions that you're getting?
So I think the bigger question is, what are my risks, right? Here by doing this with you, because sometimes they don't know us, no? So, as I said before, there are no issuer risk because the company we incorporate is an off-balance sheet structure, it's an orphan structure. So at the end, the only risk that investor will face is the underlying risk of the strategy, but not any issuer risk like you could have if you issue this with a bank where you face the bank's balance sheet risk.
The cells you create are Guernsey?
Yeah, the company is a protected cell in Guernsey. Now we have also opened up a new offering and we can issue from Cayman as well. But yeah, all our main business is done through Guernsey.
How the products they are going to be valued, and am I able to see the value of the products on the platform? How does it work?
Yeah, so you as a client or product manager, you can see the valuation here in the platform. For instance, this is a real example when you can see 1,067 for this IMC, but then the end investor will see the NAV published on their e-banking account.
I just checked your website and
Yes.
I saw that you make these products for high frequency strategies,
Yes.
trading strategies. How does it work?
So as I said before, we are the structure, so we build the product for you, and then you tell us who is going to be your broker or who you want to work with. And let's say you want to execute with Interactive Brokers or Swissquote, then we will open the account for the certificate with Swissquote or Interactive Brokers. You will get a login access, and then you will plug in your algo, and the strategy will be executed there. So we don't have any limitations on the rebalancing. We don't charge any fee on rebalancing on the products.
And does it work with crypto trading as well?
Yes, we also have our digital offering that is mainly driven from Cayman. But yeah, you can have your exchange account and trade your strategy there. So I hope you could understand better what we do at Gen2, and of course always happy to have another personal meeting if you have any questions, and if we can help, we are here always to support you with your business. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.
Finally, the mandatory risk warning. The content of this episode is for general information only and is not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial products. All information is supplied without guarantee, and this is not an investment advisory.